Yes, welcome to the Vanguard Show on podcast, episode number 37. Today is January 15th, 2023. The Vanguard Show podcast has been sponsored by From Old Guard to Vanguard book and photo exhibit. Go check out the pages for both of those at your convenience. And today I have a very special guest, Brother Ty Loyd with one L, Calhoun. And there's a joke between me and Brother Ty because I kept getting two L's for some reason. But Ty is a writer and author of the book, The Merry Meerkats Go. And he's going to share information on where to get this. It's an outstanding book, even as an adult. I'm not a child, but I enjoyed it myself. So excellent work, and look forward to future projects. Ty is a husband, son, father, living for kids' memories, dreams and aspirations. So again, Brother Ty, welcome to the Vanguard Show podcast.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. My wife and I were honored to meet you and your family at the inaugural Tampa Bay Black Authors Expo. How did you find out about the expo, and why did you choose to participate?
So it's actually a blessing that I found it. I was looking for different events. I had just published my book a few months prior, and I was looking for different events to kind of get my, get myself out there and let people know about my book. And I stumbled across the event online. I was just doing a Google search, stumbled across it, but I noticed that it had a gentleman. It said it was also co-hosted by um, Jeffrey White, uh,
Yes.
and Jeffrey White. I had brought a book from him probably about 5 or 6 months prior at a Juneteenth event,
Okay.
and I thought he was a good brother, and I knew if he was running, hosting it or whatnot, it would be really good. So that's what got me involved in it. That's how I chose it. But it actually turned out to be a wonderful event. The network that I gained from it, meeting people like you,
Yeah.
Calvin, Tonisha, Shelly Nell. There's there's a lot that I gained from it. Networking. I picked up an editor from Adrian
Mm.
Horn. So it was a great event. Now I'm glad that I looked into it.
Oh, fantastic, brother! And what impressed me and my wife, man, was just how much we could see how important family is to you. And did you want to talk about the motivation that your family gives you and inspires you? And are you guys originally from St. Petersburg, Florida?
So I'm originally from New Jersey, but I've been in St. Petersburg, Florida since 2001. I left for 5 years. I went to school out at in Nashville at Tennessee State University.
Oh yeah.
And I graduated with a history degree,
Okay.
and I moved back. My oldest daughter was born out in Nashville. My two younger children were born in St. Petersburg, and we just made it a home out here. We love the weather. We don't have to shovel snow or
Oh
anything
yeah.
like that.
No
But
doubt.
my kids and my family definitely inspire me. Um, you know, I honestly believe that you know at least in my parenting that I want to give my kids things that not necessarily material things that I didn't have,
Mhm.
but things that I wish was said or told to me as
Right.
well. At early ages, and my kids inspired me to write the book.
Mhm.
And so one day it was a beautiful day outside, right?
Mhm.
And I told my kids, "Hey, why don't you guys go outside and play?"
Okay.
And they said, "Well, Dad, it's too hot." And I was like, "Okay, I can't really argue with it. It's Florida, it's hot out here." But then I thought about it, and I said, "Well, why don't you guys go out there and play for 30 minutes or so, and play for or an hour or so?" And
Okay.
then they came back to me and they said, "Well, there's nothing to do outside,"
Okay.
and I had an old man moment at that time. Back in my day, we used to be outside till the street lights came on, and
Right.
we used to do this, and we used to be all over. So
Right.
I had this moment, and I realized, they're living in a different time now with
Mm.
technology and everything being so present and prevalent. So I went out to Walmart.
Okay.
I brought a jump rope. I brought
Mm. Okay.
a bouncing ball,
Mm.
like a playground ball. And I brought some street chalk.
Okay.
I came home, and over the next couple of weeks with my kids, we went outside. I tried to go outside with them for 30 minutes to an hour, if not every day, every other day.
Okay.
Um,
Mm.
we played, Dutch jump rope with the jump rope.
Okay.
I wasn't really jumping too much in it,
Oh,
but I was
okay.
trying to get the girls into it. Um,
Okay.
and then we played helicopter with the jump rope.
Oh,
I was teaching them, hey, you can swing this jump rope in a circle, and
right.
jump over it and play helicopter. With the street chalk, we made custom. We made like flowers and mansions and different things of that nature. We also made like custom hopscotch boards, you
Oh,
know,
okay. All right. Yes.
and it was really good being out there with them. We played Foursquare. We made Foursquare with the chalk. We played hit the ball to each other or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think yeah, we also play like ball tag as well.
Okay.
So we used the ball to attack. It was a great advantage for me because I couldn't run as fast as them.
Oh,
So
okay.
I could just hit them with the ball. But they inspired me, and I sat back and thought about it. I thought, hey, if my kids are not wanting to go outside and play, because of technology or different things of that nature, what could I do to inspire them and other
Mm.
children as well?
Okay.
And that's how I came up with the whole series of the Merry Meerkats Go.
Okay.
Um, it was just based on a problem that I thought was out there, with the youth nowadays.
Mm.
And it's not with all the youth, of course.
Right.
There are some active youth and different things of that nature, but it does run an issue. When I'm talking to people, they say, "Yeah, my kid just wants to be on the iPad, or my kid just wants to be on the PlayStation, and
Mm.
different things like that."
Right.
So that's how I came up with that. And my family's a big part. Most of the time, if I have local events, which most of them are at this time,
Mm.
I always try to include them. Kind of show them, hey, this is what your dad is doing.
Mm.
He's you guys can do what you believe in too as well. They the kids they they wear their little Merry Meerkat shirts that I brought them.
Mm.
They and people ask them questions and different things like that. And also, it's like a family event for us to grow.
Oh,
I actually
beautiful.
have an event coming up this on Monday
Okay.
at Tropicana Field,
Mm.
and I brought all my wife's gonna be there too. We all have shirts and everything like that, and have I got a new promotional item, a new item, which is a boomerang to kind of go with my second book, which is
Oh,
it's
okay.
called The Merry Meerkats Go Share the Catering.
Yeah.
And that book, the catering is basically a boomerang.
Okay.
So
All right.
I have some things to go, and I have I have some things to new to offer as well, and my family's gonna be there with me. My family is definitely a driving motivator for me.
Mm.
And everything that I do, and I'm just trying to show them the best way possible to believe in yourself and believe in things that you want to accomplish.
Oh, wow. Beautiful, brother. Again, man, I was just blown away by you and your family, as well as your talent. And I love the illustration. Cameron Wilson did the illustration for your book.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Kevin Wilson.
Yeah. You can talk
Yeah.
about that combination with you and him.
Oh well, so I was in search of an illustrator. I asked some friends around, about different things about an illustrator or whatnot, sometimes you ask your friends for advice. They know someone, but they're not as passionate about it as you are.
Right.
So they don't have the same work ethic.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I spent some time going on Upwork and Fiverr. So for probably about a month or two, just kind of combing through um, the site, trying to find an illustrator. There were illustrators that were there were illustrators that were from other countries like Sri Lanka or
Okay.
like India and different things like that. That had different prices and or some some decent prices. Um, there was some other illustrators that had like you know um, great quality, but the cost was it wasn't effective. The thing that kind of drew me to the Cameron's work was he has probably at this time he probably has over 200 published books with colored characters,
Wow.
with
Okay.
colored representation of us.
Yes.
My book, my book doesn't necessarily have representation of us, but it is somebody that is a color person of color that created it.
Yeah.
But Cameron has worked with many different authors,
Mm.
and he has this unique style about himself that I thought was very unique as far as how he blends the background, how his characters look, and they look. If you ever see his drawing process or the original photos that he takes to create his characters, they're
Mm.
spot on. They're
Okay.
spot
All
on.
right. All
He's
right.
actually helping me out with a up and coming book outside of the series as well. Um, um, but the fact that he was drawing, these beautiful African American characters, that kind of drew me to him, and we worked out some things, and he's very professional. He's I joke with him sometimes. I call myself Dennis the Menace, and he's Mr. Wilson. I'm always asking him for something,
Okay.
bothering him about something. He hates that. He prefers Cam the illustrator.
Oh,
But
okay.
but 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 yeah, he's been a great just a great person to work with. He actually, when I came to him, I just had an idea, I just had a vision,
Right.
but he's somebody that was able to help me, make it into a reality.
Okay.
He also, we have different discussions, probably like once or twice a month. We'll
Okay.
we'll, we'll chalk it up and stuff like that. And he always tells me to trust the process,
Mm.
and sometimes in this world that we live in now, we want that microwave,
Kind of
success,
instant. Yeah. Instant
that
success.
instant success, and different things of that nature. And we got to realize you got to prep certain things,
Right. Right.
you got to put it in the oven, let it sit a little while, so
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what. But he's a great guy.
Okay.
Um, he helped me with my website, my business cards, anything that I need help with. He is there 100% of the way. He believes in the cause of what I'm trying to do.
Mhm.
And he's just a really great individual. I feel blessed to have been able to been able to work with him and continue to work with him. He's helping me with a book right now that's a poetry book.
Okay.
Um, and the poetry book is a book with me and my daughter,
Mm.
my youngest daughter. She's 12
Okay.
years old.
Yeah.
And she one day she was writing poems,
Mhm.
and I sat there and I read her poems, and I was just so like overwhelmed with joy from the wisdom that she had at 12 years old, and the pride that she had in being, the black girl magic that just exuded through
Oh,
her,
yes, absolutely.
and different things of that nature.
Yeah.
She inspired me to start writing poems as well and working on my creative writing. Um, and from there, um, she wrote about maybe 5 poems.
Okay.
I wrote about 7 poems, and I have a book that's going to be coming out if probably the first week of February.
Okay. All
And
right.
it's a poem book, Loyalty and Destiny: Letters to the World.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, man. Well, how can people find and purchase, your current book, and then also what website do you have that you can give to people to get more information on how to get your books?
So currently, the book is on several different websites, uh, online websites to be purchased. The best one to get it from, would probably the best two, I should say, is Amazon, Amazon.com, or from my website, which is them with two M's, THEMMGO, themgo.com.
Okay, and say it once more again, just for the
Okay.
listeners.
It's them with two M's,
Mhm.
go.com.
Okay, all right. And first of in terms of illustration, you have some lovely pictures in the back, man. That's so impressive. Who did that for you? I just wanted to shout them out.
It's a good friend of mine, a good mentor. Helps me. He kind of helped me kind of revitalize myself with working on the series and different things.
Okay.
His name is Alvin Lewis,
Okay.
out of St. Petersburg. Great guy.
Okay.
Great guy. I have nothing but positive things to say about him, and the help he's given me throughout our friendship has been tremendous. He does a lot of depictions and of African Americans as well. And his art is great quality. It's
Okay.
great quality.
Oh, yeah. And I was going to ask, what writers inspired you, or even people inspired you to do what you do?
So I guess when I was younger, um, my brother, he's 13 years older than me, and so when I was younger, when I was going to when I was going to kindergarten, he was going to college.
Oh, oh,
uh,
okay. All right. Wow.
and my parents, they brought me. I had a little library. I had like an encyclopedia. I had like a series of like Muppet Baby books,
Oh,
and
oh,
not Muppet Baby, but Sesame Street.
oh,
Um,
okay. All right. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
the Bernstein Bears. I read that a lot, and now that I look back on it, that was a pretty powerful book too, because
Mhm.
it showed brown characters or whatnot as a
Mhm.
family unit. Even though the mom had a bonnet on,
Right.
but it showed them as as a unit, and it had great morals in it. That that kind of really inspired me. Um, I've been reading a lot of like books lately to kind of help me with personal development and different things of that nature. I would love to one day be a motivational speaker and encourage other people, or be a role model to somebody, see who I can impact or whatnot, and things of that nature. I've been trying to develop myself in many ways. It's like I've been in the books lately.
Right.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
but I would say probably Jan Bernstein, and the Bernstein Bears is probably like my biggest influence when I was younger. Um, and they inspire me. Uh, and I'm very I'm actually like more I like listening to music, right?
Okay.
And when I listen to music, of course, when everybody listens to music, they base things on their experience, and that's what you know basically makes the familiarness to them.
Right.
But music really affected me in a way where I use it to help myself out. If I need to uplift my spirit, and,
Okay.
and different things of that nature. And I'm a big music fanatic as well. But I've tried to shift into the industry of the book industry or whatnot,
Okay.
and writing. So it's been a transition.
Okay. What artists, in terms of that you listen to, that gives you that motivation in terms of musical
Oh,
artists? Mhm.
it's tons of artists.
Mhm.
I mean, I can go back to the 50s and 60s.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Sam Cooke.
Oh man. Yes.
Or the
Yeah.
Temptations. Him of I can just touch the hem of a garment. I know.
Right. Right. Man.
But the Temptations. They had good stuff. Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
My favorite band of all time.
if you look at their album covers, they were just
Yes.
ahead of their time.
Oh yes. Yes.
Just ahead of their time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They,
All
they,
the iconic images,
yes,
Egyptian, that whole African centered spiritual cultural thing.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Um, um, the new artists, I would say I probably listen. My favorite artist is Music Soul Child.
Oh, one of my favorites as well.
He
Definitely.
is I know almost every song. I have almost every album. Love that man's music. He basically, helped me, figure out, you know,
Right.
how to go about not only loving myself, but loving the opposite sex as well.
Wow.
And
Yes.
just his words are just powerful. He's got a song. I think it's called Future, and he
Okay.
talks about don't you ever let no one tell you to grow up and give up on your dream. Hey y'all.
All
But
right.
but
Yeah.
that's one song I really love by him. He's got some great music. I
Well,
mean,
I think my favorite was "Don't Change." No matter
don't
what, you
change.
might get old, but hey, I'll still love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
another good one. When I first got married, and I was trying to figure some things out, man, because I've been married for 10 years right now,
Well,
and
congrats, man.
but
Congrats, Evelyn.
yeah, but we've been together for a little minute, man, almost 20 years, man.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful,
it took me a
beautiful.
little while to jump the gun. So, ladies, if he doesn't want to marry you from Junction, that doesn't mean he doesn't want to marry you. He's got to feel time is right for him too.
Wow, that's true. That's so true. So true, man.
But
Mm-mm.
teach me how to love.
Right,
Teach
right.
me
Oh
how
yeah,
to love. Show
yeah.
me the way. That one, man. Oh,
Oh
that
wow.
was instrumental on and just getting my emotions out to her, being able to express myself and different things of that nature, and just feeling comfortable, and the confidence that I could confide in her with, and different things of that nature. Um, some new artists that I listen to. Um, I would say probably like J. Cole is
Okay.
one of them.
All right.
Nas has some pretty good stuff. He's still coming out with things. I
Okay.
actually last night I was listening to a KRS-One album that he came out with last year.
Oh
He's
wow.
still rapping,
Oh
and
yes,
and
yes.
and his it was like explosive. Like he's rapping like he's still the best MC from the '80s. Like
Wow.
2022. Yeah,
The lyrical content, man, and
yeah,
whether
the,
he's
the
saying,
content of
yeah,
what he's saying.
yeah.
Um like he's got a song. What's it called? Um, why is that or something? He's got some he's got some deep content. I
Okay.
just started like really listening to him or whatnot. Nas is a good one. Um, there's some other little R&B artists that I listen to, like Giveon. He's got some good music. There's a soulful guy. His name is Mac Ayres. He's got some soulful stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and it's my spectrum is I pretty much listen to anything as long as it's not like heavy metal or opera. I
Oh
might
yeah.
even listen to a little bit of country, but not that twangy, not
Right,
not
right,
too much of it.
right.
But like I listen to a lot of R&B, a lot of
Oh,
R&B,
okay.
and this new rap, I'm realizing it's not for me. It's for
Right.
the next generation. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
yeah, I'm the same way. No hate, but I just can't deal with mumble rap. I need to hear
Yeah,
lyrical content with a
yeah.
fire beat.
Yeah. So it's like, probably when I was coming up, my pops or my dad, he was like, "Oh, I can't listen to this, man. They ain't talking about nothing, and different things,
Right.
So it's kind of like I'm becoming that older man myself, with some of the stuff, some of the stuff that my kids are listening to. But I realize it's not for me, and it's just them expressing themselves in this world and different things. Um, but something I would like to something I would like for like our youth to know though is to be successful is just a level of happiness. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily the cars, the
Mhm.
jewels, you know, millions of women and different things of that nature. There's other outlets, especially nowadays, where they don't necessarily have to dribble or throw a ball, or I'm not knocking that or anything if that's
Right.
your exit, your way to exit or anything, but realistically, it's so some you know the percentage of people that actually make it, is very small, in those industries and different things like that. And if for kids nowadays to know, especially our young black males,
Right.
to know that hey, you don't have to be a rapper, you don't have to, be a thug, or you don't have to um have a million women. It's okay. It's okay to have one girl and treat her right.
Right.
It's okay. To earn things. You
Mm.
don't have to live that fast life because that fast life. It normally ends up one or two ways.
Mm.
And you know, it, for them to know that, these are type of things that I want to like, just kind of get out there, just basically telling the youth that, your level of success is your level of happiness. You have to find the things that give you peace,
I like that. Right on.
the things
Hmm.
that, make you happy to, on a continuous basis. And that's what life is all about. It's about, trying to stay happy every day
Yeah.
and basically growing every day too, because you don't want to become stagnant. The world's always evolving and different things like that. And there's certain individuals, they kind of get stuck in their ways, and then they wonder why the same thing keeps happening.
Right.
And when you keep doing the same thing over and over, they call that insanity.
Right. That's true.
So,
That's so true. Definitely. And I was going to ask you, what are your future projects? And in conclusion, how can people follow you on social media as well as any, again, to give you your website and any email that you'd want to give?
okay. So some future projects I have. Uh, at the end of last year, I completed two promo items.
Okay.
So even though earlier in the conversation I was telling you I'm trying to get kids away from screens and different things like that. Uh, Basically, at this point in time in the game, it'll be impossible to eliminate kids from technology.
Right. Oh,
You know,
yes. Yeah.
some of these kids, they have iPads and phones in their face before they're even 1 years old. So they
Absolutely.
already know how to use these devices. And they go to the doctor. They get a tablet. And different things of that nature. In school, They're giving kids laptops and,
Right.
and things of that nature. So it's impossible to completely eliminate technology from people's lives, especially because there are certain people that tune in and tune out to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I decided that if I had created something that would use technology, I would want a kid to either use their mind or be physically active.
Okay.
So in doing so, I have a YouTube video. If you type in the Merry Meerkats Go Run on YouTube, there's a video. If you have small kids between maybe 3 and 7 years old, you go in your living room and you turn on your smart TV. You go to YouTube. You type in the Merry Meerkats Go Run. A video will pop up, and the video is it's an interactive game video.
Okay.
So basically, a child, what they do is they run in place, right?
Mm-hmm.
They run in place, and then there's different objects that appear on the screen. So if it appears on the left, then you step to the right.
Okay.
If it appears on the right, you step to the left.
Gotcha.
If it appears above you, you duck.
Right,
If
right.
above you jump.
Right.
So it's an interactive video, just to kind of get them active in the house. I know in certain states it's winter, it's cold up there, it's snowing. You want to get your kids active in the house. Should definitely check out that video. Should definitely check out that video. Another item that I have currently, it's on Google Play.
Okay.
I met a gentleman. His name is Aru Richardson. Once again, I can say nothing. Some of these black men that I've talked about throughout this podcast, as well as yourself,
thank you.
Just great people. There's a lot that I can learn from you guys, and it's always a pleasure, collaborating in different things of that nature. This gentleman, he helped me create an app for the Google Play Store.
Okay.
It's a matching game. Have you ever played Memory or Concentration before?
Not to my immediate knowledge. I played a lot of stuff, but not to my immediate knowledge. No.
I got you. So
right.
It's like an old school, like you would play with cards and you flip one card over, you flip another card over, and if they match, you leave them face up. If they don't match, you turn them back over and you flip over two other cards until you remember which ones are in which area. So basically it's a matching game. If you go to Google Play, it's not on Apple yet, but if you go to Google Play, if you go to Google Play and you type in Merry Meerkats matching game, it'll appear. And basically it's a game where a kid has to have attention to detail, and they have to focus and use their memory in order to get to the next level in the game and different things of that nature.
So outstanding.
Those were two items that I came out. They are free. They don't cost any money. Those are two items I came out with. And then also, like I was mentioning earlier, I'm working on a poetry book with my daughter, Destiny.
And we got about 2 minutes too as well, brother.
Sorry, I didn't take the time. But yeah, it's a wonderful book. She talks about black girl magic, having pride in your skin, anti-bullying. I talk about being a visionary. Talk about dreaming. I talk about people testing your validity as a black man. I talk about having inner peace with your inner child. I talk about travel, the road to success, and different things of that nature. And then, in addition, I have a Spanish version of the book, The Merry Meerkats, going to be coming out probably within a month too. If you would like to contact me, you can contact me at them go series, them with two M's, them go series at gmail.com. You can also check out my website, them with two M's, themgo.com, to check out my book and check out those apps and different things coming up. That's how you contact me. Hey,
well, brother, it's been a pleasure, man. I want to make sure I get the word out. And again, continue to do the great work you're doing. Very proud of you. And I definitely will be reaching out to you again real soon, brother.
All right. Excellent.
All right. Thank you, my brother. And I'll check you
Thank
next
you. Thank
time.
you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure, brother. You have a good one as well.
You
Hello
too.
to the family. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.